Pochita's barking wakes Denji from his rest, and they both decide to go to work. Denji walks along the road with Pochita as he counts up how much money he made selling his kidney, his right eye, and one of his testicles, still unable to pay off his debt. At that moment, Pochita barks, alerting Denji, who already knows that there is a demon nearby. A demon full of eyes and legs appears, then Denji rips out the chainsaw Pochita has embedded in her head and kills the demon. Denji tells the man he pays working as a devil hunter that this is a tomato demon, that it can revive from seeds, and that they should burn it. After paying a percentage of the debt, water, and rent, Denji is almost out of money. Denji and Pochita eat his slice of bread while he tells her that he learned that Normal is eating it with jam, but that for them Normal is only a dream and that he doesn't think he can finish paying off the debt before he dies. Denji remembers when he was a little boy and the day of his father's death, who hanged himself so he wouldn't have to pay his debt. This is the one that Denji must now pay under threat that if he doesn't they will sell him. Denji hears a chainsaw noise from behind a tree, and there he sees for the first time a demon dog with a saw on his head, and gives himself up, telling him that if he is going to kill him, he should do it because he is going to die anyway. He then realizes that Pochita is wounded and asks him to kill him because he heard once that demons can heal their wounds by drinking blood. Pochita approaches Denji and bites him, but he tells him that his blood is not free and it will be a pact between the two of them to help each other. The next day, Denji and Pochita kill a demon and he offers the moneylender to hire him as a devil hunter to pay off the debt. While Denji is telling his dreams to Pochita, he begins to cough up blood. Pochita barks with concern and Denji tells him that his mother vomited blood and died of heart disease. At which point there is a knock on the door telling him that he must go to work. They drive to an abandoned warehouse and Denji tells the pawnbroker that there don't seem to be any demons there. The man tells him that they are very grateful to him for being as obedient as a dog, but that he hates dogs because they smell bad. At that moment, another man stabs him with a sword, piercing him and Pochita, who was in his hands. This man tells Denji that like all yakuza he seeks to become more powerful so he can make more money. As he begins to turn into a demon, he explains to him that he too made a contract with a demon to use his power. The demon emerges from the shadows and tells Denji that his goal is to wipe out all the devil hunters, including him. This demon explains to him that when he offered his power to the humans they accepted, but not knowing that they would end up becoming zombies, as he is the demon of zombies. Denji runs away from the zombies who are after him to kill him. At one point, a zombie catches up to Denji and stabs him, knifing him to the ground and causing the other zombies to catch up to him and Pochita. While he is stabbed, Denji thinks that he didn't ask to be rich, he just wanted a normal life. Denji's corpse is found in a garbage container. Next to it is also Pochita's corpse, on which a drop of Denji's blood falls and goes right into his mouth and awakens a memory of Pochita. Pochita remembers Denji waking her up to go to work cutting down trees and after work sharing a single slice of bread. Denji tells Pochita that she will most likely die fighting with the demons, that all he cares about is her, and that she will end up starving to death. Denji asks Pochita that if he should die, she should prune his body, keep it and live a normal life. Pochita fulfills Denji's wishes and possesses him, joining and healing all the parts of his body. Denji sees Pochita for the last time, asking her if she was able to possess his body, and Pochita tells him that she loved listening to him talk about his dreams, which surprises Denji as he had never heard her talk. Pochita explains to him that there will be a contract between them, that she will give him her heart but in return she wants him to show her his dreams. At that moment Denji wakes up and they realize that his wounds are gone and that on his chest he has Pochita's tail. The zombie demon realizes that he is still alive and sends his zombies to eat him. Denji reflects and realizes that all those men had a good life, that because they wished to have a better one they ended up like that, and he buys them thinking that he also had a good life with Pochita and that he still wished for a better one. Denji stretches Pochita's little tail on his chest as the zombies pounce on him, covering him completely. The zombie demon assumes that Denji can't survive if they devour him, but is surprised to hear the sound of a chainsaw and then sees Denji cutting the zombies with the chainsaws embedded in their arms and head. Denji pounces on the zombie demon, stabbing one of its eyes and making it start throwing zombies at him, asking him to stay away from it. But Denji moves quickly and manages to throw himself at the demon, splitting it in half with his saws. Denji kills all the zombies. At dawn, 3 people come to the place where Denji is. One of them is a woman, who tells his companions that he is neither human nor demon. Meanwhile, she approaches him and hugs him, holding him while the saws melt and become him again. This woman tells Denji that she came to kill the zombie demon and that she is a public safety devil hunter. She offers him 2 options. The first is to be a demon and have her kill him, or the second is to live as a person but be his pet. She tells him that if he is her pet he will not lack food. This makes Denji get excited and asks her what her pets eat for breakfast. She replies that they eat sliced bread, butter, jam, coffee, and dessert. Denji thinks this is the best. Denji travels with the devil hunter. She asks him his name and tells him that she must make it clear that he is now her pet, that from now on she can only answer yes or wow, because she doesn't need any dog to say no, and that a forensic scientist told her that in public security they put to sleep the dogs that are not useful to them. Denji starts to think that maybe this devil hunter isn't as good as he thought. She tells him that they haven't had breakfast either, and they decide to get something to eat at a service area. Denji tells her that he doesn't have any money, and she replies that he can order whatever he wants, and he'll pay for it. She takes off his coat and gives it to him, saying that naked he attracts a lot of attention. Denji is surprised because no one has ever approached him for being dirty and smelly. It is also the first time someone has treated him nicely, and besides, she is a beautiful woman. Denji decides he loves her already. Upon arriving at the service area, Denji orders udon and falls into the devil hunter's arms, explaining to her that he cut himself with the chainsaw and lost too much blood. The devil hunter asks him how he became half demon, and Denji explains that the demon that was his pet became his heart, that his pet died for him. She tells him that historically there are very few cases similar to his and that she believes his story, that she also has a fixed and very special sense of smell, with which she knows that Pochita lives inside him. He tells her that she perceives both smells of his body, both as a person and as a demon. Denji is happy and then faints. When he wakes up, he is on the devil hunter's lap. She asks him if he can eat his udon alone. Denji thinks hard and tells her he can't. Then she gives it to him in his mouth. She tells him that she thinks his cold udon is tasty, that it is very noble like a puppy. Denji asks her name. She says her name is Makima. He also asks her what kind of man she likes, and she tells him that she likes men like him. As they walk through the city, Denji thinks about what Makima told him about liking someone like him. They soon arrive at the devil hunter's headquarters. Denji keeps thinking about what Makima told him and thinks that maybe as they work together they will slowly fall into some kind of relationship, and if they do they might be able to have relationships. When he arrives at Makima's office, she gives him his uniform and tells him that when he has changed she will introduce him to his co-worker. Denji tries unsuccessfully to put on his tie. He watches his new co-worker as Makima introduces him as Iki Hayakawa, a 3-year veteran and whom he is to accompany. Denji confusedly tells Makima that he thought he was going to work with her, and Iki drags him out, telling him that there is a world of difference between Makima and him. They both go to patrol, but before Makima tells him that if he turns out to be a good element for the team they could work together, and ties his tie. On patrol, Denji asks Iki if Makima has a boyfriend. Iki leads him into an alley and beats him up, telling him to quit the job, and that if he shows up again tomorrow he will beat him up again. Iki explains to him that the colleagues he has had have become devil hunters for the paycheck alone, that they have died at the hands of the demons, and that only those who have great conviction are still alive. Iki tells him that in his report he is going to say that he was afraid of the demons and ran away, but Denji doesn't give up and gets up to knee him down there, kicking him over and over again. Upon returning to headquarters, Denji tells Makima that a demon hit them. Makima assigns Denji to Iki's unit and Iki's objects, but Makima reminds him that this unit would be experimental. Denji and Iki must live together on Makima's orders. The next day, Denji and Iki alert a scene where there is a possessed demon that took over the corpse of a person and deformed his head. Denji ends up cutting his head off, and Iki asks him why he didn't use his demonic power, and Denji replies that it would make them suffer a lot. Iki gets very upset by what Denji says and tells him that his whole family was killed by a demon. Back at headquarters, Makima informs Denji that he will have a new partner, and at that moment a possessed woman arrives and Makima warns him to be careful. This possessed woman introduces herself as Power. Denji and Power go out on patrol, apparently without finding any demons, but Power immediately catches the scent of one and goes out to look for it. Power finds it and with his demonic power kills it right away. Makima reprimands Denji and Power for killing the demon since other devil hunters would take care of it. Makima asks them to give them results. Denji tells Power that if they keep working badly it will only be a dream to keep drinking soda, and Power tells him that she only gets along with cats. She also tells Denji that a demon took her cat, and before she could get it back Makima caught her. Denji replies that he wouldn't do that much for a cat, but he would do that much to touch some breasts. Power offers to let him touch her in exchange for helping her find her cat. Denji accepts immediately. The next day, Power and Denji go out to look for her cat, and he tells her that Pochita is in his heart, but Power literally doesn't understand. Denji and Power arrive at their destination, but unexpectedly she hits him and he falls to the ground. Power hands Denji over from a human to a bat demon who hasn't eaten in a long time. The demon drinks some of Denji's blood, but they realize he is not human, yet his injured arm regenerates quickly. The demon promised Power that if he brought him a human he would bring him back his pet, but in the end, the demon doesn't keep his word. He eats his cat and also devours Power in front of Denji. Denji clings to the demon as he flies away and remembers a time when Pochita disappeared. He then turns into a chainsaw and cuts off the bat demon's arm. He thinks he has defeated Denji, but Denji turns back into a saw. Denji throws himself at it and cuts it all over, ending the demon. Power is hugging her pet inside the demon's stomach. When she wakes up, she is outside since Denji killed the demon and saved her. When Denji is about to touch Power's breasts, the demon rips off her arm and eats it to regenerate. Denji tries to pull out his saws but loses so much blood he can't transform. Even without his saws, Denji tries to fight as he is still tough and fast. Denji tries to pierce the demon with the tip of his saw, but the demon stabs him with its tongue. As it is about to devour Denji, Aki appears and gives orders to what appears to be a fox to eat him. Other devil hunters arrive on the scene and take Denji to the hospital, where Aki explains that he was given a transfusion and his wounds regenerated. Aki also tells him that he made a contract with the fox demon that he must feed him a part of his body to use his power. Aki informs Makima what happened, but with some lies. But before leaving, Makima asks him if he has become a little more flexible after living with Denji. The next day, Denji and Aki start their day as usual until they hear some knocking on the door, and then it breaks. When the door opens, they see Power, who on Makima's orders will go to live there. At night, Power tells Denji that he will let him touch her breasts 3 times because it was part of the deal for saving Nayako. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new anime recapped every day.